This is why Dababy has always been one of my favorite rappers of all time. He just dropped a new song last night called Save Me, the official music video. And of course, it's talking about the murder that took place on the train in Charlotte, the city that he is from, a few weeks ago. And the disgusting footage of the guy standing up behind her and slitting her throat. She was Irina Zarutska, and she actually was a Ukrainian refugee that came over from the war-torn part of the world and was staying here working in a pizza parlor. This one is emotional, guys. I love it. Let's get it.
This is video surveillance of the night. Irina Zarutska enters the blue line at the East-West Boulevard station stop. You can see she takes a seat directly in front of DeCarlos Brown, the suspect. At first, nothing seems unusual, but 4 minutes later, he pulls out what appears to be a pocket knife and suddenly stabs Zarutska multiple times. Zarutska then collapses. As Brown walks to the front car, takes off his sweater, and wraps his hand before exiting the train. Police arrested him on the platform shortly after.
You think you can save me? Are you think you can save me?
What? Think you could save me like you got or something? I've been put about the way, I ain't been starting nothing. I done spent a couple million on them lawyer fees. Cause when you really stand on business, it's gonna cost some money.
Oh man, hold on a second, okay? Let me just say something. From the perspective that Dababy is talking from, he's talking as like a person that was on the train as well. Because a lot of people on the train didn't do anything. You know, and that was kind of the aftermath. Like after the attack happened, a lot of people said, well, I would have done this, I would have done this. But nobody did anything. You know, it's ridiculous. And Dababy basically goes on to talk about how he would have defended her. But it's amazing, guys. I love that hook. You can save me. It almost sounds like an orchestra. You can save me. It almost sounds like an orchestra music. That is one of the best hooks I've ever heard. I love the hook in this track.
You think you can save me? Are you think you can save me?
What? Think
You can see her walking onto the train here, man.
What? Think you could save me like you got or something? I've been put about the way, I ain't been starting nothing. I done spent a couple million on them lawyer fees. Cause when you really stand on business, it's gonna cost some money. And I looked at shit like it was normal, it was off the muscle. When I get back and start performing, it's gonna cost you double. When I stay silent in my morals, yeah, it cost me plenty. When I'm inside her, it's like water, she gon' toss me under. So where the lifeguard at? Cause I'm not trying to float away, I'm just trying to know your name. Every time you see him out, act like you don't know them names. Every time I'm leaving out, I watch out 3 of my mirrors and check the cameras before I leave the house. Make sure ain't no snakes around my land, I gotta weed them out. Better stay out my face, cause I'm a man and I'll bleed you down. A man, I wanna see you smile. A man, I wanna see you strong. A man, I wanna see you down. A man to tell you come outside. A man, I wanna see you now.
Man, that's fire. So he basically says at the beginning right there, he's like, yo, like, I've spent a couple of million on some lawyer fees. Because when you really stand on business, it's going to cost some money, right? And obviously, like, Dababy's killed, like, multiple people defending himself with a gun. Like, he literally lives in Charlotte. This town, this city is destroyed, guys. It's such a high crime rate. I think it's North Carolina. Yeah, North Carolina, which is on the east coast of the U.S. It's such a high crime rate, guys. And he's saying, you know, of course, I looked like it was normal. I was off the muscle. So he said, I killed people like nothing because, you know, that's just the environment that I was raised in. Like, that's where I live at, right? That's where he lives. It's terrible, right? He said, but when I get back and start performing, it's going to cost you double. When I stay silent in my morals, yeah, it costs me plenty. So I think he's a good moral character. Like, Dababy is always spoke out against different things. He got in trouble for the LGTB thing, but, you know, he said, when I stayed silent, you know, it's not good. And he said, when people are on the train and they did nothing, that's what costs you a lot. But obviously, he's kind of talking about his own struggles as well. That's fire. That's absolute fire.
Better stay out my face.
He also said as well, like, when I stay strapped when I leave the house, I check all the mirrors and check the cameras before I leave the house. Right?
You ain't no snakes around my land. I watch out. Every time you see him out, act like you don't know them names. Every time I'm leaving out, I watch out 3 of my mirrors and check the cameras before I leave the house. Make sure ain't no snakes around my land, I gotta weed them out.
So, yeah, he's saying, I gotta weed out the snakes, I gotta weed out the people who are not my friends, the people who hate me, alright? I check all my cameras before I leave my house. This guy's living in a super dangerous part of the United States, right?
Better stay out my face, cause I'm a man and I'll bleed you down. A man, I wanna see you smile. A man, I wanna see you strong. A man, I wanna see you down. A man to tell you come outside. A man that wanna see you now. Right now. Yeah, like I wanna see you right motherfucking now. Man. Get here. Think you can save me like you got or something. I've been ducked off out the way, I ain't been starting nothing. Cause I done spent a couple million on them lawyer fees. And spent some more on people say I never bought them nothing. They say they love you, then they act like they ain't never love you. You go through shit and yeah, you act like it ain't never nothing. That young and hurting, he need love, so you can't tell him nothing. He got that 40 in his backpack, he ain't scared of nothing. They think they know you, niggas act like you a hoe or something. Them niggas playing, you gon' blow it, you gon' show them something. Them niggas acting like you owe them, you don't owe them nothing. No 9 to 5, you rather post up at the store or something. And we can't save you.
Man, that's fire. That's fire.
You know, and it's just some people, man, unfortunately, you know, man, we can't save them, you know what I'm saying? I might be one of them. I might be one of them niggas, you know, baby, you can't save, nigga. And I ain't looking for you to save, man, and be more grateful. You know, I put my faith in God.
Man, that's powerful right there. That's powerful. Just that image right there, guys. You know, he has the blade. It's almost like a makeshift blade, but you know, he had a pocket knife in the actual you know, attack. But it's crazy, guys. So he's saying he grabbed his hand and stopped him from that shit happening. Man, what, like a very short song, like 3-minute song barely, but extremely powerful, guys. I mean, when I first watched that, I was like in shock. I was like, wow, that's so crazy. You know, based on a true story. And of course, you know, he says some really impactful stuff right there. He's like, you know, you think you're God or something trying to save everyone. He goes, but unfortunately, you know, some people you just can't save them. Like some people are just crazy. He said, you know, you'd rather not get a job working 9 to 5, rather just post up at the store, rather just hang out by the the local shop, you know, and just whatever, get up to mischievy, right, and skiing, you know, robbery and shit like that. But what do you say here? They're young and hurt, and he needs love, so you can't tell him nothing. So like, this guy's obviously mentally insane. You can't tell him anything, guys. You know, you can't tell this crazy guy anything. He got that 40 in his bag, and he ain't scared of nothing. He's talking about like a gun. He has a gun in his bag. So he's not scared of anybody, right? So I think did they find a gun on him later on as well? I mean, man, it's just crazy stuff, like, right? But he was a convicted felon 14 times, guys. I mean, he shouldn't have got out of jail, right? Or he was a convicted criminal 14 times. He said, you act like you're a hoe or something, right? They think they know you. Oh man, it's unreal. I love that. That song was amazing. Them acting like you owe them something. You don't owe them nothing, right? So he's saying like, you know, these people that are here killing people think that you owe them something or something. You know, a lot of people that don't put the work in life, guys, a lot of people that end up criminals or whatever, people think they owe them something. You don't owe anybody anything. You know, if you put the work in, do your 9 to 5, do your business, do whatever, you can make something of yourself, not just, you know, just do bullshit, right? Man, that's powerful. When I first saw that, I was like, bro, that's seriously powerful track. I love that image right there of him grabbing his hand. That's savage, guys. I love that. Let me know your thoughts on that one. Much love to Dababy. Of course, shedding some light on that. The hook was amazing. The hook is something else. I don't know where he got that hook from, if he took that sample from somebody or something, but that's one of my favorite songs ever, guys. I knew he was going to talk about it because it is from his home city, and I bet he was like just freaking out when he saw that first. You know, I'm sure a lot of people were like, what the hell is happening, you know? Super, super sad story, but Dababy adding an artistic element, saying that these people are crazy, you know, these flipping criminals, you know, you can't save certain people. Amazing. Let me know your thoughts. I love you all. If you want to support me, hit the join link underneath the video. Become a member today. I'll see you guys all in the next one, man. Peace.